Good morning. Got a few things going on this morning. A couple things in the shop here. So I've been working on my 6.0 LS. Got it painted up. It's sitting sideways because I was showing a guy he couldn't believe that the cylinder still had the factory honing in it after 360,000 miles. But they do. Got my cam changed out. Sitting sideways right now. Getting everything painted up. Going to put it back on. Get it together. But what I'm most excited about this morning is I bought a new tool. And I'm normally not excited about tools. You need them, you have to have them. It's not the grandest thing ever. This one I didn't have to have. This is something I wanted. So I bought a quickjack. Cruising around the internet, Home Depot had it on sale. So I picked this up with the adapters to lift trucks and everything. I got the 7,000 pound lift so that I can lift all kinds of things, not just the C10. You got a Silverado, got a Honda Insight out there, my wife's car, all kinds of things. But just getting this unboxed together, first impressions for the weight, it's a little on the heavy side, not unmanageable, but it is heavy. But I'd rather it be heavy if I'm going to be lifting trucks and doing things with it. But it seems well built. Obviously, I hadn't put it together, just unboxing it. Didn't want to do an unboxing video. Those aren't fun for me. I don't know if they'd be fun for anybody else. But came in 3 boxes. First one, obviously, that was in a box, and my pump with the assorted lines and fittings, and I'm going to get all that together. But I'm going to get all this together and get a car on it and see how it does. I'll let you know how long it takes. I doubt it'll take long. It's just a couple hydraulic lines and fittings. So let's see how this goes. So quickjack is together. Zero issues with it as far as assembly. It took about a half hour. Even had a little help from the doggy. So it was really easy. It was just a bunch of fittings, hydraulic hose connections. The only issue I did have is they did not ship one of the parts. 2 of them actually, but it's the same part. This Schrader valve right here. So it was missing on both of them. Wasn't a problem, and I'm not upset. Things happen. But when I called to get new ones, I was on hold for 1 hour and 12 minutes to get a hold of somebody. And once I did get a hold of somebody, it took 7-8 minutes to get it taken care of. So the 7 or 8 minutes, that's great. Didn't take long. They shipped it. Came in a FedEx box or package. Just 2 little Schrader valves. But the hour and 12 minutes on hold to me sounds extreme. Just wanted to put it out there that it did happen. If you do get one of these and you have to call and get some help, just be patient. They did finally pick up. And what these do, so these lift cylinders, hydraulics push them up. The air pressure in this little cylinder will bring them down. They run about 40, they want between 40 and 50 psi in them. If you do get this and you fill them up, just keep in mind the only part that you're filling up is this little cylinder. It's not like a car tire where you're trying to get it up to 50 psi. So don't put a hose thing on here and try to pump it up like you are a tire. It doesn't take long. I pulled the trigger probably 4 times and it was up to 50 psi. But I'm liking the lift. I've used it on my Honda Insight to rotate the tires. I bought all these extensions and everything to go with it, so when I do lift a truck or anything like that, I'll have it. It comes with different size blocks to just keep different heights. It's a pretty cool tool. It's pricey for what it is. It doesn't lift terribly high, and honestly, I probably could have got a 2-post lift for the same money. I see them used on Marketplace all the time. My concern with that was, one, I didn't want to take up my entire shop, because to have a 2-post lift, they have to be bolted into the floor. That was one concern I had. The second concern was I'm standing on 40-year-old concrete. I don't know how thick it is. I don't know what it would take to actually get it installed, and it would always be in the way. So with these, I can lift the vehicle, lower the vehicle, and roll them, and I'm going to put them in that spot over there where all that junk is and clean that out. But they're pretty neat. Like I said, I used them for my Insight. I haven't lifted my C10 with it yet. I'll just run them up real quick so you can see how high they actually go. I should have prepared. I don't remember how high they are supposed to go. It's over 2 foot. But it is very nice to get up under a vehicle. A lot quicker than getting out your jacks, finding lift points, jack stand, move to the next corner and do it, repeat 4 times. And to me, it's safer. Depending on how you lift vehicles on concrete. But you lift one corner, put a jack stand under it, you lift another corner that I've seen jack stands tilt over. I personally have never had one actually fall. but I've seen them, I've always caught them in time. I try to be very safety conscious when I do things. But that's the height right there. So for something like rotating tires or getting under a vehicle at all, it's very nice. And I know that these are going to inhibit me from getting under the center of the vehicle. So if I'm pulling a transmission or something, I would have to crawl in and out the front of the back of the vehicle to get to it. My thought with that was I jack it up, I can set the jack stands up under it, lower it, and get these out of the way, because if I'm changing the transmission, it's not going to be an hour or two. With me, it's going to be a while. I did notice one thing lifting the C10. I just crawled up under it to see what it would take. And because the way the frame rail's made, let's see if I can, do you see how it has a sharp bend up? And then how low it is here. I think that's going to be a concern with me lifting this one. But what I will probably try to do is hit that cab mount and put my lift jack up under that, and then have it at an angle so it hits the frame back here. But excited to have it. It's a cool tool that I didn't have to have. It's something I've wanted. Everybody's big dream, one day I'll have my own 3-bay shop with center post lifts and drive-on lifts and everything. But for the time being, for the money, I think it was a good investment. I'm looking forward to using it, sort of, because if I'm using it, that means I'm working on something. But I do enjoy working on things, as long as I don't have to do it. But that was my short review of this. Like I said, I think it's a good buy. I try to value things. Could I build it for the money? I doubt it, really, for what it cost. I don't think I could have bought all the steel, figured out the geometry of it, engineered it, cylinders, fittings, pump, everything with it for what I paid for this. So, and not to count the hours of welding it up, trying to figure it out, make it work, get everything done, and then it doesn't work. And one thing I forgot to do that I should mention is this hydraulic tank has a vent on it. They ship it empty. In the book, it tells all kinds of fluids you can use. I just happen to have some hydraulic fluid from some farm stuff, probably. It has a vent on it. You can hear it. When I lifted it just then, it sucked this tank in because I did not open my vent. It should stay open. I don't know why it was closed. I must have closed it earlier. But that's it on the quickjack. Like I said, hope you enjoyed, and more videos to come, I hope.